Hi folks, this is your librarian Lux, and I wanted to make just a quick tutorial about how to use the library catalog, since we didn't get a chance to talk about it in class the other day. So here we are at the Marriott Library's website, lib.utah.edu, and I'm going to point you all to this big search box at the top of the page. This is the search engine for our library catalog, so I can put in any keywords here. I'm going to do a search this time for LGBT and legislation. So the reason that I've got this asterisk here is to provide alternate word endings, whether it's LGBTQ, LGBTQIA, etc. And you'll remember we use an and so that it prompts the search engine to search for both of those terms. A little tricky thing about the catalog here is that the default setting on this drop down menu is to search everything, so the whole of the library's website. Instead, you'll want to select Use Search Catalog before you click the search button. So there is some overlap between our databases and the library catalog. And you can see that if you scroll a little lower on this page and look at our refinements menu here. So a few things I want to point out. This availability piece is really important if you want to look at open access stuff. In this case, there's nothing available. Peer-reviewed articles, full text articles, and then physical stuff. Below that, we have resource types, and then below that, we have location. And this is a little bit counterintuitive because most of us think about physical locations. But here, for the most part, all of these are databases. Then we get to the Marriott Library's physical holdings and the Faust Law Library's physical holdings. So, important to note, I do want to show you what it looks like to search for articles because I mentioned that we have some overlap between the databases and our library catalog. So we have around 400 library databases, and the catalog interacts with around 10 to 15 of those. So you will get a lot of articles here. For this search, we got 1,543 articles, we can see up at the top, which is still not as many as we could get if we looked at the databases. But this is an important tool that we can use because it gives us access to all different kinds of types of information. So scrolling through here, I'm seeing a lot of articles because I've selected that from our refinements menus, and many of these are going to be available in full text. The catalog will let you know if something is peer-reviewed and if it's open access. I want to scroll a little bit to see if we have any on this first page that are not full text, and we don't. So if I click on the title of any that are available in full text, this will take me to a record about that article. Things you can draw from this record are things like citation information. You can also automatically have the catalog produce a citation for you in one of 5 styles that you can just copy and paste into your bibliography. Below that, though, this is where we're going to see things like where to view it online. We'll get an abstract or a brief description. Anything that you notice that's highlighted is a good idea to search for potentially useful sources. So if you want to narrow down, we can search by these authors, since scholars tend to stay within a fairly narrow focus of their disciplines. And we can also broaden by looking at the subject headings. These refer to Library of Congress subject headings. If I want to view it online, though, I just click the View Online button, and it will open up a new tab that tells me which databases house this particular article. So I'll click on that. I can look for an open access version here, which is useful. I want this to load so you can see what it looks like. You should never be prompted to log in at this stage by an individual database. You will want to use off-campus access via the library catalog, though, or via the library website, I should say. So in the left-hand side here, we have some options. We can view it as HTML full text or as a PDF. Options on the right side here, we can collect a bunch of articles from this particular database. If we were searching in it specifically, we can email stuff to ourselves. And previously, we could also get a citation from the catalog. So this is one way to access full text articles through the catalog. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me because I am happy to help.